Namaskar everyone. Welcome to the Cosmopolitical Journals and I am Anand. So friends, in today's video, we would discuss Italy's anticipated departure from the Chinese Belt and Road Initiative called as BRI. So this compact of BRI was signed between Italy and China during the term of previous Italian Premier Giuseppe Conte and the current Chinese President Xi Jinping, with an intention to pan out this agreement to the spheres related to and including infrastructure, space technology, energy sector and trade in general. Also, Italy joined this project in the year 2019 with a desire to increase its chances of a better penetration into Asian trade and consumer market in general and Chinese market in particular. Whereas China celebrated this as its geostrategic victory after being snubbed by powerful countries like India and United States of America in this regard. Back then, China celebrated this agreement because it thought that this agreement would pave its way to deeply penetrate European market and would help China getting its hands on some of the state-of-art technologies of the West. However, while joining BRI, Italy had to face grave dissent not only from within but also from its traditional Western allies like USA and European Union. Back then, the G7 nations reacted otherwise in this regard and tried to caution Italy for its supposed misadventure. And it was so because the collective West, which once saw China as a land of immense opportunity, now perceives it as an imminent threat to their collective hegemony in the world order related to global trade as well as geopolitics. And on top of that, China's ever-increasing and never-ending bullying tactics vis-a-vis anything and everything related to trade and commerce, maritime security, border disputes, and its geopolitical muscle flexing are really taking a toll on Western Bloc's patience with this Asian giant. And hence, they do not want their cutting-edge technologies being transferred into the reverse engineering expert China's hands, either directly or passively. Also, one of the key factors behind this attitude of the West is China's dubious track records with its weaponization of investment strategy worldwide. So China has a loan sharking attitude, because of which it grants loans to nations with weak economies on the pretext of helping them in their development stride, and that too at a comparatively higher rate of interest and under opaque terms and conditions, being seasoned and garnished with shorter repayment cycles and a higher late payment fee. Thus, sooner or later, these debtor nations find themselves in a tight spot where they become unable to meet their repayment commitments, and therefore China uses these opportunities to take control of important geostrategic assets of those countries, either by way of long lease or else by way of complete seize of their national assets altogether. You must not forget Sri Lanka's current financial fiasco by courtesy of its huge Chinese debts, and as a result, the 99 years lease of its Hambantota port in China's favor as a glaring example of this Chinese strategy. Now coming back to Italy, its current Prime Minister, Giorgia Meloni, wants her country to become more West-centric and do not want to become the odd member of European Union by not subscribing to the Union's views on such policy matters. Even in her election campaign last year, Meloni had criticized this move of joining BRI as a huge mistake by the then Italian government. In addition to this, recently, Italian Defense Minister Guido Crosetto also went vocal in this regard and thrashed this decision of the previous Italian government as being improvised and atrocious one. However, the more concrete reason behind this probable backtracking of Italy from BRI agreement is Italy's growing trade deficit in China's favor. Also, Italy is realizing that other European nations of the likes of France and Germany are in a far better situation vis-a-vis their bilateral trade with China without being entering into any specific or exclusive trade agreement with the Chinese. Hence, Italy is determined to rescind this contract by next year, but in a very subtle manner, so that it may not draw Chinese ire. Hence, Italy would like to maintain trade relations with China, but without any exclusivity clause or agreement. Now let's talk about India's position as far as BRI is concerned. So since the inception of BRI project by Chinese President Xi Jinping back in the year 2013, India disapproved of it and snubbed every Chinese proposal in this regard. India's primary objection to this Chinese initiative was the inclusion of China-Pakistan Economic Corridor or CPEC within BRI's framework. And it is so because CPEC project was drawn across Gilgit-Baltistan region, which India considers as its sovereign territory, being under the illegal occupation of Pakistan. Hence, for India, any such project would fall under the violation of India's sovereign and territorial integrity and hence should have to be considered as a breach of international law in such regards by everyone concerned. Hence, Italy's move would bring both the civilizational nations, that is Italy and India, further closer to each other. And this mutual proximity would be beneficial for both the nations equally, as Italy can savor the taste of India's huge consumer market, whereas India can utilize Italy's state-of-art technologies and its investments. For your information, even a comprehensive economic and trade agreement abbreviated as CETA was also signed between both the nations in 2021. Hence, a formal framework for their mutual cooperation is already there. So friends, let's be positive about future. And with this, we come to the end of this video. Thanks for your valuable time. Please do consider to like, comment, share and subscribe. And I, Anand, would meet you in our next episode. Till then, keep learning. Thank you.